Hi, friend. I've been thinking a lot lately, and maybe you felt it too. That quiet, subtle shift where something just feels different. It's not that there was some dramatic ending, no big argument, no clear turning point, just this gentle but persistent realization that you don't fit where you used to. Not because you're better, not because they're worse, but because you've changed. And sometimes growth is so quiet that even you don't notice it at first. You just start to feel it in conversations that don't land the same way, in the way you hold space for others, but suddenly you realize they don't hold it for you, in the way certain dynamics feel heavier now. Things that used to roll right off your back now sit on your chest like a weight you didn't agree to carry. For me, it looks like this. I've got goals now, real ones, things I'm building, working towards. I've got routines, healing, responsibilities that matter to me deeply. But somehow, when someone else needs something, it's like all of that vanishes. Like my time isn't real. Like my no is a soft maybe. Like my needs are optional. And for a long time, I thought it was me. Maybe I wasn't being clear. Maybe I wasn't doing enough. Maybe if I just explained myself better, people would respect the shift. But then I realized it's not about the words I use, it's about the patterns I've stopped running. I used to be the fixer, the peacekeeper, the one who filled in all the cracks just to make sure no one fell through. I used to say yes without checking in with myself. I used to take pride in being the dependable one, even when it left me drained. But you know what happens when you stop overthinking, overfunctioning? The people who relied on your overfunctioning notice, and they might not like it. They might not say it directly. They might call you distant, selfish, cold. They might act confused, like, what's changed? But the answer is simple. You did. You started listening to yourself. You started honoring your limits. You started believing that your time, energy, and boundaries deserve respect too. And that changes everything. Suddenly, you notice how much of your love was tied to performance, how often your value was based on your availability, and how often you said yes just to avoid disappointing someone, even if it means betraying yourself. But growth, real growth, asks more of us. It takes us to pause before responding, to ask, how can I actually do this right now? Do I feel safe here? Seen here? Or just useful? Is this love or is it obligations? It's not easy because sometimes the answer hurts. Sometimes they reveal the connection you treasured only worked because you were overextending. Because sometimes the answer hurts. Sometimes they reveal that the connection you treasured only worked because you were overextending. But here's the truth: you didn't outgrow people, you outgrew the patterns that kept you small. You outgrew the belief that love means overextending. You outgrew the idea that your needs come last. You outgrew the dynamic that demanded your silence in order to keep the peace. And that's not a bad thing because growth isn't about who or what you add to your life, it's also about what you release. Sometimes that's old habits. Sometimes it's stories you told yourself. Sometimes, yes, it's people, at least in the way you used to relate to them. But that doesn't mean there's no love. It just means the love looks different now, healthier, softer, less tied to guilt, and more rooted in truth. And yeah, when you start choosing alignment, some people might see it as a threat. When you set boundaries, some will call it changing. When you say no without guilt, some may say you're losing your spark. But maybe you just found it. Maybe you're not falling behind. Maybe you're finally catching up to the version of yourself you were always meant to be. So if you've been feeling that shift, that quiet distance between where you are and where you used to be, I just want to say you're not wrong, you're not broken, you're not heartless, but you are growing. And that's okay to grow past what once felt like home. It's okay to love people and love them from a healthier distance. It's okay to choose peace even when it's misunderstood. You're not abandoning anyone, you're just returning to yourself. So I'll leave you with this. Are you being appreciated or just expected? Is this love mutual or conditional? Are you shrinking to fit or standing in your truth? If this resonates with you, you're not alone. I'm walking through this too. And I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about it. Let's grow together. Bye, friend.